Scorpio Positive Traits. What makes Scorpions so charming? Scorpio is the 8th sign of the Zodiac and is known to be a powerful astrological sign. Scorpio traits have dramatic and intense. When it comes to different things coming from ruling planets for Scorpio are Mars, ancient ruler, and Pluto, the modern ruler. Mars is the planet of outward activity, instincts, desires, and sexual energy. Pluto has a strong connection between personal desires and deep emotional experiences. If Venus represents love and beauty, Pluto represents human and mundane desires. In this article, let's dive into the Scorpio personality and characteristics, as well as the positive and negative traits that astrologers never reveal. Scorpio positive traits, highly determined. A Scorpio is rarely confused about what they want and how to get it. Scorpio traits are very determined and have strong fighting spirits. It's difficult for them to admit defeat. For the most part, compromise is not an option. Scorpio is one of the most steadfast and determined zodiac signs. They can endure a lot of pain to get what they truly deserve in the end. With a native's possession of an analytical mind, strong intuition, reasoning powers, perception, long-range planning ability, magnetism, and energy, Scorpio can accomplish anything undertaken. Suppose you have a Scorpio in your ranks. In that case, you can distinguish them by a steadfastness of purpose and an intensity of determination. It would be scary if it did not suit your career goals. Scorpios often seem like they can't be fully happy until getting what they set out to do. Still, they need to stop and appreciate what life has already given them, even if it's only the little things in life. Scorpio positive traits, they're ambitious and intense. Power, position, and money are the key motivators for a Scorpio. Scorpio traits are extremely ambitious, will never settle for less than what they deserve, and are persistent and determined, shown through a power-hungry, controlling attitude. Not in a stubborn sense, however, because a Scorpio will work for what they want, and control will justify reasons. This is obvious to any onlooker. They will aim for the stars and will ensure that they reach there. Scorpios are fierce competitors. Combined with their powers of observation and excellent memory, they will recall facts and, when necessary, bring them to the table at the time of need. They will win justly with proper facts and arguments to support their thoughts and opinions. Scorpios are excellent at shoring order up to a chaotic situation. They are also capable of manipulation for their own greed and goals. The unevolved Scorpio is a very dangerous person because they use their powers to benefit only themselves and step on other people to satisfy their own ambitions. Of all the signs of the zodiac, Scorpio is the only one that has 7 symbols. That explains why Scorpio is called the sign of extremes, and why people born under this sign are so different. They are the most complicated ones. They think something, they do something, and they speak entirely differently. Scorpio traits are extremely determined, who will never be wishy-washy but very intense. Always striving for power can be a vicious struggle when someone tries to overtake them or run their projects for them. They're so passionate in all stages of their lives, for better or for worse, can potentiate it. Also in relationships, they tend to be very extreme. There are only 2 options. You're with them and you're the best friend, or you're on the other side, and if not, they will hate you so much that you don't exist in their life. Scorpio positive traits, sensitive and intuitive. Scorpio is an extremely sensitive sign. The Scorpio's sensitivity derives from the fact that they're a water sign. A water element is associated with emotions. This sensitivity is expressed in a deep experience of extreme emotions and strong spiritual intuitive abilities. The intense outer shell hides that sensitivity. Quiet, deep, emotionally complex, and intensely private. They're not people who are easy to get to know and understand. They're extremely sensitive but disinclined to show it, and allow only a special few into their inner world. Like wary animals, they are cautious and mistrustful of those they do not know until they sniff them out. They usually have a strong, immediate gut reaction to people, although they may not clearly articulate why they feel as they do. Their feelings and perceptions go deeper than words. Scorpio traits usually depend on their emotions. If you're with them, you are very happy or in a complicated situation. This sensitivity can lead to being affected by their immediate environment. They can hurt or feel alluded to quite easily. Scorpio is a strong, enduring emotion surrounding its consciousness, and intuition has to work extra hard to penetrate this very focused water spirit. They are very instinctive and intuitive, but not in a psychic sense. They are more intuitive about the human mind. They have a great understanding of the mystery and the power of the human mind. Scorpios tend to trust their intuition, often failing when they don't. They tend to have foresight and insight into things that many people miss. Scorpio's positive traits: intelligent and independent. Intelligence is a broad term. Scorpio's traits are sharp in terms of psyche, intuition, and emotions that help them read people's emotions like an open book very quickly and emotionally manipulate people towards intelligence-oriented. Therefore, Scorpions are extremely deep and could become good researchers and other knowledgeable about very specific topics. Scorpio's intelligence has a strong intuition to boot. Though it's easy for them to become paranoid, they take comments and actions from others personally when they were not intended that way. They're inclined to grasp every bit of information and keep it in their memory to use it in the future. Intelligent and strong-willed, Scorpios are sure to succeed in anything. Born fiercely independent people, Scorpions have a perfect capability to live alone. Yet Scorpio doesn't want to feel lonely. Scorpios don't settle when it comes to companionship. They yearn for a mate who understands them physically, emotionally, and spiritually. They would rather be single if they can't seek a deep, soulful union and stable commitment. However, a desire to be in possession or dominate others can be a negative aspect of the Zodiac sign. Once Scorpios feel insecure when realizing that the third person threatens their relationship, they are not afraid of using poison-filled stingers because Scorpios would rather disappoint others than hurt themselves. The Scorpio man is extremely independent. He craves his space, and at the same time, the Scorpio man can just as easily crave the attention of a lover and/or partner, which he will expect to happen in his time. Scorpio positive traits: passionate and powerful. Scorpio is probably the most misunderstood sign of the zodiac. Almost everyone automatically associates Scorpio traits with words such as hot-tempered and passionate, and many people make the mistake of assuming that passionate refers only to Scorpio's sexual nature. However, their passion goes far beyond the bedroom. A true Scorpio is passionate about almost anything they consider important, ranging from world politics to the dress they absolutely must have or the video game they're intent on winning. They feel and speak in terms of love and hate, whether they're describing a pair of shoes, a movie, or a political candidate. Wishy-washy is not a term that uses for a true Scorpio. They're even passionate lovers, and if you're a sweetheart of a Scorpio, then you're one of the luckiest people. But don't cheat on them, as Scorpios are hard to forgive. Scorpios are also lovers of beauty, especially in a mate, for the sign of Scorpio is one of the most beautiful and striking in the heavens. At its heart, it's a giant, brilliant red star that you come across on Valentine's Day. This is also why red is a color associated with Scorpios and the color of sex and passion. Scorpio is a sign of passion because before 1930, its sole ruler, Mars. But since its discovery in 1930, Scorpio has been ruled by Pluto, a planet so similar to Scorpio's energy that it was a logical choice. Whatever Scorpios do, they do with passion and fervor, and they often go to extremes. They are all or nothing people who are never lukewarm about anything. They can also be very narrow. Either they're 100% involved in something or else it doesn't exist for them at all. Rarely are they emotionally detached and subjective. They definitely have a fanatical streak. They're also immensely strong-willed, and their tenacity in pursuing their objectives often borders on being obsessive. They possess intense pride, courage, and emotional strength that are very abundant. Furthermore, whether in criticism or in envy, Scorpio is often called an extremely sexy sign. However, there is a connection between Scorpio and sexuality. But this seeking pleasure won't bring a Scorpio to sex, but the quest for transcendence. And as is typical of Scorpios, this is one of the few moments in which ego depth and supreme ego fulfillment occur together. Scorpios feel they don't need to separate the two as much as other signs do. For Scorpio, no matter how charming and sexy their partner is in many respects, while if love does not contain drama and emotional intensity, it will not endure. With all of the characteristics explained above, and much as the Scorpio would rather kill itself than be killed, those born under the Scorpio sign are in ultimate control of their destinies. Scorpio is definitely the most powerful zodiac sign of all.